Hello? Hello? I still need to test the fix that. Hello? I still need to test the fix that. Hello? Hello? I still need to test the fix that. Let's try the black screen, see if that works. It's not repeating itself anymore. It's not repeating itself anymore. Test. Doo-dee-doo. Let's get rid of that. Everything seems to be in working order. Let me launch Planet Crafter. Oh, and it's gonna be black screen again. Wonder if I can edit it. I should have launched the game first before starting the stream. Oh, shoot. I need to... go back to that. Wonder if I can edit it. I should have launched the game first before starting the stream. Okay, that worked. Oh, shoot. I need to... Right. Planet Crafter's up. Don't just... Pause that. I don't need to test that anymore. I just need to figure out how to actually capture the screen. I did this yesterday and I had it working and then I forgot how to do it. Let's delete that. Okay, let's just do capture game. And then, oh, duh, it wasn't up there. Delete that, remove that. Look at this, infinite mouses in my setup. Like the intermission screen. Doo-doo-doo. Game capture, there we go. Specific window, Planet Crafter. Everything seems fine. Okay. Except I messed up. Hold on. Great. Yeah, we've got a slight issue here. I see what's going on here. So yep, that's the I'm an idiot. All right. Just don't mind me cycling through everything really quick. Delete this. Yes. Capture screen. All right. Simple. I'm just an idiot. Game capture. New game capture. Specific window. Planet Crafter. There we go. Okay, back to the intermission screen really quick, because I got a few things to talk about before I actually start playing. First off, I'm back on YouTube, or at least I'm trying to. We're testing something out to see if this will work. My internet's fairly crap, so I don't know. I also don't know how. Oh, you know what? I'm going to start the recording and then redo all that. So I'm back on YouTube, or at least I'm trying to. Right now I'm doing a little bit of a testing with streaming to see if this is going to work or not, because I don't have the time to edit videos anymore, but I do have time to play games, and I would rather play with an audience or someone to play with than just play alone. In preparation of me streaming, I made this neat little 3D image in Blender, which is just a looping crystal. My plans going forward are to upload or stream a couple times a week, whenever I have a day off, probably, and then upload those videos to YouTube and just have a streaming archive of just really chill gameplay. The first game I have set up to play is Planet Crafter, and then I was thinking Satisfactory after that, but that's way down the road because I have plans for Planet Crafter to go through all the moons if that's possible. Because there is one moon that I have not gotten to because I didn't know it existed at the time. Aquilius or Aquarius or something like that. That's a water planet. So I have actually beaten the game Planet Crafter several times. I have gotten all the achievements for Planet Crafter. I can actually bring my Steam achievements up. Where is the Planet Crafter? Planet Crafter. View achievements. Go to capture screen and you see the infinite mouse again. That's the wrong button. Oh, I think I broke my OBS. Oh, there we go. Let's actually move OBS over there. And ignore my background. It's kind of basic. But we have already gotten all of the achievements. I do currently own all the moons, and my last playthrough on this, I played Toxicity, but I didn't complete it because I was debating on starting up YouTube again. So let's go back to the intermission screen and get rid of this and open up Planet Crafter. So if you don't know what Planet Crafter is, it's a neat little game. I say a little, but it's actually a decent size and it's fairly cheap from what I remember. I bought it a while ago and it was still in early access, but it is out now. There's plenty of DLC for it as far as new moons, but the new moons don't have any achievements, which kind of makes me not want to play it as much, but I do still like this game. It's a very fun game. The premise of the game is that you are essentially an ex-con or a convict, and that you are sent to these barren planets or destroyed planets, and your job is to, in order to pay for your crimes, is to rebuild the planet and make it nice and habitable again. Terraform the planet. That's the word I should be using. As you can see, I played this quite a bit. I've got quite a few saves. Prime, Planet Prime. This is my new one on Planet Prime, which I'm actually going to delete because I didn't get very far in it before I decided I wanted to do the YouTube stream. Toxicity. Prime again, which can go away. And Prime again, right? Yep. I have played on Selena before, but I didn't get very far into it because it seemed not a very good planet to start on. But yeah. So normally when I play this, I play, that's the wrong button, on not hardcore because that deletes your save file, but drop some custom. That would be the right word. Pretty much I leave all these unchecked. Sometimes I play with randomized ores on. For this playthrough, I will not be playing with randomized ores because I will need some information, and if you guys want to play along too, it's helpful to know where the ores are. I have it set to drop some items. It says deletion of save file and lose all items, because with lose all items is easy to delete. I'm not 100% certain if it drops a crate, but if it doesn't drop a crate, then it'll delete some story items that you need. Deletion of save file, I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest with you, just because you put a whole lot of hard work in and then all your effort just goes down the drain as soon as you get a super alloy meteor shower, which will eventually come across that. And no consequences just seems creative mode, essentially. I do play with that on sometimes. Now, in terraforming pace, I do drop that all the way down to 0.1 just to slow the game down. Vitals, point at 1. The reason I don't drop it lower than that, because I don't like eating and drinking every 24 seconds. I don't know why 24 was the specific number there, but it was. If you have it lower than 1, your oxygen doesn't deplete, and it kind of negates the entire need for oxygen. Weather events, I don't touch. It's set to 1.5 by the hard. Power consumption, I'm actually to offset the terraforming pace and the terraforming multiplier factor, which is set to 2. I am actually going to drop that down to 0.2 because I am going to need a lot of machines and a lot of resources. Actually, we're going to bump that up. We'll say 0.3. Like I said, nothing here. And then as far as spawning points, these are all decent spots, but for the place I'm going to start is Meteor Crater. It says it's a more challenging site, and it is technically. The starting resources in that area are very scarce, but I will not be staying in that area very long. I have a place for a base in mind, and I will get there quickly. But for now, let's start the game. And I forgot that it doesn't automatically load you into the game. Can I edit this? We're going to just remake it really quick. Because instead of stream game, I wanted to say a recorded game. Not creative. Just quickly edit the files again, drop some items, terraforming paste, vitals. Very quick to set up a game. We decided 0.3, 2, all that seems fine. Okay, and then we create the game, and the reason I wanted it like that is because it was supposed to put that at the top, but did not. Instead of put it one lower. Well, that's annoying. I don't know why I did that, but let's start. Again, this is a test stream. See if the stream works. I don't know how my internet's going to hold up. What happens if I don't stream? I am making a recording in the background. And I also am editing or adjusting the brain stopped working. Adjusting the audio from the stream. I'll watch it and see what's up. But anyway, it says, welcome to your Silent Planet. Your mission is to advance terraforming process of the world. You'll need to generate O2, heat, and pressure. First reach 100,075 Ti. And create a blue atmosphere. And then you get some starting resources in here, including a lerma seed, some space food, and an oxygen kit. For now, our main goal is to, at the very top left, I think, of the screen, is to just see if anyone's on or not. It doesn't appear to be. I want to see if I can get a chat bar in this area here. I don't know if I can or not, but I will figure that out another time. For now, it's not that important because there's not anyone really watching at this point, but hopefully in the future there will be. Our first objective is to create a new backpack, equip the backpack, oxygen tank, yeah, all that fun stuff. So for a backpack, we need 2 iron. It sounds simple, but our current starting location is kind of crap. There's the 2 iron I need. The beginning backpacks are kind of crap, but you do need them to upgrade to the later lines of backpack, later tiers of backpack, and they definitely help. Oxygen tanks, 2 cobalts, 1 iron, 1 magnesium. Magnesium. I'm blind. I'm just going to put the silicon up later. And I've already forgotten what. 2 cobalts, 1 iron, 1 magnesium. There's an iron here. And as far as magnesium goes, it's going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Nope. Or cobalt. Cobalt, nice and blue. And I just realized that this entire time I've been streaming, that I have had it on the intermission stream. So as soon as I'm just going to fix this now. Game capture. I apologize for that. That's a terrible way to start a stream. You guys missed out on half of the game. But as you can see, I was running low on oxygen. This oxygen tank will help with that. And I apologize because I am an idiot and this is my first stream, but we'll see how it goes from here on out. There's a lot of micromanaging that I'm not used to. Right. I need 2 silicon, 2 magnesium. A lot of this game is just going out and gathering resources. Not all the time, and not all like this. Silicon. It is a very neat game. You're easily able to lose a couple hours of this game. Speaking of hours, I'm going to try to do at least 2 hours with each stream. We'll see how it goes now. And at this point, it's up to you really whether or not you want to do the deconstruction microchip. I don't know why I keep on calling it a multi-tool, or torch. They're both very useful. Torch less so. I'm gonna go with the deconstruction just because I do, and I'm also gonna make myself some water, which I might need. Some oxygen. The water I'm gonna throw in this chest. And for that, I need a silicon and a magnesium. And I'm going to leave this blue crate alone for right now, but I will be back to pick it up. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to look into it for some. I need that. Now I just need a silicon. That actually helped a little bit. Last time I played this playthrough, there's an iridium in here, which was very useful. Unfortunately, not so much luck today. We got a meteor shower already. Let's hope I don't get hit by one of those, because the beginning of this game, you really want to save your food supply and your water supply. Now, and if you notice, I just took all the food out of that chest. It's because I'm planning to move already. I just need 2 titanium, 2 iron, or 3 iron, and I'll take the seed as well. And I just need a silicon. My plan is to make little bases all the way along this ridge until I get to where I want to build my actual base. Now to start off with, here's that silicon I need. To start off with, a lot of the map is going to be locked behind ice, because the planet is cold and there's giant ice glaciers just everywhere. I'm going to head back and get some oxygen just so I have to, I can span these out as long as I can. There's no real need or reason to do this, except for I'm just min-maxing at this point, trying to save some resources. And I will show you why I needed the titanium and the silicon here in a second when my oxygen starts to run low. Just make sure the right button is Q. Q is the build button by default. Or build menu. This cave here leads to a glacier. Or it might lead to the sand falls. I don't quite remember. It's been a while since I played Prime. Okie doke. We're about half oxygen. Right about when we start seeing it blink and turn critical is where I'm going to start placing my first base. Not base, the cube. Which I'm going to guess is going to be somewhere right about over there. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything else as far as the audio and stuff goes. It looks like we're fine. Oxygen level low. We're going to wait for it to go critical. Critical. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get our little box. And hope I don't mess this up. There we go. Once it does go below critical, you do have a couple seconds to get into an oxygen-rich environment to save yourself, but your screen goes black and it's harder to do it that way. Let's see. I need 2 more iron. At the early stage, iron is a pain because you're always running out of it. I need 1 more iron. Low power. No, we don't have low power. We have no power. Doo-dee-doo. There we go. And then we'll go back to the box. And of course there's an iron right there. You know, I'm just going to pick that up for later. Oxygen's going to get critical again before I get back to the base. Nope, it's just going to go low. I wonder how many times I'm going to die on stream to low oxygen. Probably a lot. It very easily sneaks up on you. But where we're going to be building our new base is down here, or the actual base is down here. And let's see if we can get there in one go. Right about there is where I'm going to be building my new base. I say new base, the base. We should be able to get there with the oxygen we have. And there's a crate there, I got to remember. Crates are important early on. The issue is you don't want to open up too many of them early on because the loot generates based on what TI you're on, or terraforming index you're on. What stage of it anyway. So if you have some crates later in game, they give you more rare resources. But at the same time, you kind of need food and stuff to survive, and there's some things you can only get through the crates that you kind of need. The crates are kind of random, but we're going to put a base right here for right now. I don't like this exact location, but we will fix that here in a second. This is just going to be a temporary hole to hide in. Low power. So first off, we're going to want to fix our power issue, but do I have an iron? I have an iron. We're going to put a chest down and drop off our food and our llama seeds and the other one. What's that one called? Sagna? I don't know. It says to craft a drill first, but the drill is not going to be very useful without power. So we're actually going to build the wind turbine first, which at the settings I have generates us 1.2 energy, which will get us a couple drills. I just need iron. So we're going to go out and grab about 5 iron. And we received a new message that we can't look at yet because we don't have the communications radar dish thing. So the beginning of this game, food and water are going to be your most scarce resources. You're probably going to be dying quite a bit to the lack thereof, because the only way to get food in the early game, especially with as low as TI as I've got now, is the chests, and we actually need to rush our TI up, to get our TI up to get the food growers so we can actually grow our own food. And water is basically ice, but you quickly need the ice for buildings and stuff. You need a water gathering thing. Give me this iron. Floating cobalt. That was there in my last playthrough too. Made me wonder if this they randomized all the loot. My brain is not working today. I just got off a long shift. There we go. We got some power generation going. Wind turbines. Anyway, I was wondering if they generated the resources every time, but it looks like they have predetermined locations where they spawn, which makes sense in a certain way. Now we need titanium and iron. And we'll get about as many of these as we can because we need to get the pressure up. You're going to watch it rise incredibly quickly, especially with the settings I have. About 1 tick every couple minutes. And I'm just going to fill my backpack up with iron and titanium. Probably going to fill it up with titanium first. I'm noticing my water is getting kind of low. I will wait until it goes completely, when I start blacking out before I drink it. Water fills up all the way with a single water canister thing, water bottle. Food, on the other hand, does not until you get space food. Right, I need more iron. I think I'm going to take this water with me. Iron. There's some iron. Silicon, iron. Now there's an iron right here. And there's an iron right there. Right, and if you hold down control while you build, it'll let you, and this also goes through crafting, lets you build up a bunch more. As you can see, just by placing one down, we're at 2 TI now. Normally it would go up much faster, but I have these settings so that it does not. Water is finally gone away. So we'll drink that, and we'll get another one up back up just in case I need to rush back. Oh, I can't build it right now. I need the iron and silicon. Well, I know where there's a bunch of silicon. Now I just need an iron. I need the crafter in order to make ice, which is something I forgot about. I don't have that automatically in my new base. I swear I saw an iron over here somewhere. There it is. Now, the first base is just completely temporary. I do plan to build relatively nice looking bases on this planet. And water. And probably should get the T2 exoskeleton. T1 exoskeleton. Silicon and magnesium. Now there's magnesium. I'll grab that. And silicon, probably over in this little field here. Very nice. Now the exoskeletons increase your equipment slot inventory. You got to take one out to put one in because mine was full. And now I can make the torch, which is a silicon and 2 magnesium. The early torch is kind of useless, but it'll help you in the shipwrecks and stuff that are around. I believe it was 2 magnesium and 1 silicon. Now then, my plan is to stream just about every day that I work. After work at about 7 in the morning. My schedule is very hectic because I work in the healthcare system. So there's a lot of times where I will be working every day, just about every day of the week, and then there's sometimes I'll be working just a couple days of the week. I get 2 days off a week, and what else? They're pretty random. Alright, so right now I am going to be building or expanding my base a little bit and placing it down in a more permanent location. Not too permanent, it's still going to be a temporary base, but it's going to be a bit bigger than what I've currently got. Is this? Yeah, okay. I didn't need that silicon. Well, no, I will need that silicon. Really what I need right now is iron. In the early game, you can never have too much iron. Just checking the stream to see if... Ooh, oh, shoot. This is why I bring the oxygen bottle with me when I'm going around. Dying right now wouldn't be too big of an issue because I would just drop a crate where I died and I would spawn back in the cube. And actually, this might just be what happens. Nope, I'm just going to use the oxygen. Doo-dee-doo. Which means I can go get some more iron. I probably should have just stuck around and did the iron. I need 4 more iron at least. But yeah, if I drop the vitals down, the vital drop or whatever it is, and the settings down below 1, it would make collecting resources at the beginning, early game, pretty much not too harsh. And we just unlocked the tier 2 oxygen tank, which is nice. And if I can grab some more iron, here we are. I might die on this one. I think I got too greedy. Yeah, I'm gonna die on this one. I'm too far away from the base. Let's see if we make it. I don't think I can climb up this, can I? Oh, I can. Still gonna die. No, you're so close. Yep, not gonna make that. Yeah, at least I know where my stuff is. This is the part about dying that's annoying, is it goes black screen. It didn't even spawn me in the box. Alright. Loot all, and then that crate disappears. And we're gonna build... Oh, it didn't... I almost died again. The issue with that is it also drained out my hunger, which is a slight issue, and I might end up getting into a loop of dying. So what I like to do at the very start is start off with a 3x3 cube, and that gives you plenty of area for storage. I'm going to eat one of these foods right now, and gives you plenty of areas for storage and crafting and everything you need to do in your main base. We got a new message. Oh, you know what? Let's get that oxygen tank. That would probably be helpful. Oxygen. As you see, I need the tier 1 oxygen tank, which I already have because it's in my inventory. I need a cobalt and 2 more silicons. No, brain, work. A cobalt and 2 more magnesium. Fortunately, that's right here. And the nice thing about that is when I craft this, it'll automatically go right back in my backpack, or utility slots, whatever you want to call them. There we go. Supposedly they're coming out with a new map soon for this game, and I am interested to see it. The plan going forward is to terraform Prime and make it look very nice. And then the plan after that are just to terraform each of the other planets with crappy looking buildings. I don't know why I'm grabbing another silicon, but I am. Oh, you know what? I needed it for the door. But I also need more iron. Yeah, let's grab one more titanium. Alright, there's some iron, I think. We'll be able to grab... No, that's titanium. Meteors? Meteors. Awesome. I'm going to go back to my little cube. Recharge my oxygen. So these meteors can hit you, and when they do, it hurts your health, which is your food bar. Which kind of sucks. However, dying in this game is not the end because you just respawn in your crate. Unless you have other settings. I had the water bottle on me for some reason. I did not mean to keep the water bottle on me. Can I build it over here? No. Oh, okay. This game is sometimes glitchy when it comes to building. See, it wanted to work. Come on. You can do it. You're not clipping into the ground that much. Fine. Now it's going to clip on the ground too much over here. Nope. We're out of iron. So these meteors do drop off resources. And actually, I'm going to go grab the ones from this one. They do despawn over time. I don't know if the ones that come down from meteors or come down from brains not working. Oh, aluminum. I will definitely grab that. Nope. You can tell the stuff that comes out the meteor because you just instantly pick it up versus mining it. But I don't know if the ones that come down when you send a rocket up, if they despawn over time or not. I don't need the aluminum right now, but it is an important resource for later. I will need the silicon. I have one more iron, which means I can fill this hole in and put a door in. Nope, I don't have the iron for the door. Great. I need a drink. I don't talk that much anymore. Apologies if you heard that. All right. So I'm going to take a slight detour from building our base, and I'm going to actually build a little hub out this direction for further resource gathering. This is the flashlight, by the way. Very bright. That's titanium. That's barely visible. Might as well just leave the flashlight on. It's not really that in your face. Right, and I'm going to actually set up a base right here on this little mound. Do I have titanium? I do. Do I have silicon? I do. I still have that water bottle on me too, which is good because I am away from base now and my oxygen's running low. So pretty much this stream, I'm probably going to guess we're going to get to about 500 Ti, another meteor shower. I think the harder difficulty turned up the weather spawn rate, which is nice because it's going to get us more resources quicker and we're going to need them. I see you, Crate. One more iron should do, and then we'll head back. This is a little resource outpost. Eventually, you'll want to expand. Later on in the game, they're not so useful. They just kind of sit there for the rest of the game. But they're just places you can quickly get your oxygen back up. And a respawn point for when you're out and about exploring. You're going to need a lot of them, especially to cover the map. Now, if I recall right, we spawned in the southern part of this map or the eastern part. Oh, that's going to hit me. Or it was if I was staying still. And I'm dying to thirst. And we'll just grab another ice while I'm here. Water. What are you talking about? Pretty much this stream, we'll probably just get the basic base built up. Which I think that's a 3x3. It didn't. There's two in here. This game has some bugs. Not gonna lie, but they're usually pretty funny when it does happen. There we go. We have a door. And we have a door. You might not want two doors in your base, but mine just lets me get in from both sides. We can now tear down that little shack that I've been living in. Though we would, except I'm actually going to keep this shack for one purpose, and that is the veggie tubes. Okay. And we'll come in. Right, put the crafter here. Like that. We're going to put a box. I don't want it in the doorway. That'll work. And this will be the dump chest. All right, and now the fun part begins. Actually, before the fun part, we are probably going to craft these veggie tubes. I need 2 of them, so I need 2 iron, 2 magnesium, 2 ice. Just because we really do need to be focusing on getting that terraforming index up as quickly as possible. Get food. And if my brain wasn't the size of a acorn, I would remember what exactly we needed. I think it was magnesium and ice and iron. There's some iron. Pretty much for your first little bit of this game, you're going to always want to be going around collecting. Oh, we've got a window. How nice. You're always want to be collecting iron whenever you see it. Everything uses iron. And then that iron turns to aluminum. Why did it turn dark? Another meteor shower. And then the aluminum turns to super alloys, and then from there, super alloy bars. I'm actually not mining this because that means we're going to get more iron. And the chance for aluminum. And we'll just do this. And this. Yes, I know about that. So these will take some time to grow. I don't know if the growth really affects... Oh, it must affect how much they're producing. But they produce oxygen. The drills produce pressure. And then the heaters produce, go figure, heat. We are going to be collecting some more iron. Right now, I'm going to turn that 2 iron into a table. And I'm just going to go out and get a load of iron for my inventory and eat some food. And we're going to select these meteorites. If I see the off chance or the off aluminum, I'm definitely going right there because 3 meteorites just hit in a row. Look at all those resources falling down the hill. I see an aluminum. Nope, that's a titanium. There's an iron in there. I do wish that the... Oh, there's so much iron. Iron. The irony of it all. There we go. I forgot what I was talking about again. It's just gone. There's some aluminum. There's some more iron. I should put a counter up to see how many times I say iron in this video. I'll grab a silicon too, why not? 2. Silicon is not as useful in the beginning, but it is definitely useful. All the resources you get are necessary. Cobalt, probably the least necessary. No. It's, between cobalt and magnesium is the ones that have the least use for. Titanium is good for building hubs. Tier 2 backpack is definitely going to help, and I am going to unlock that right away. If I don't die first. Alright, Tier 2 backpack. I've got everything I need. I'm going to dump the silicon and aluminum in there. And then, just for right now, I'm going to build a bunch of tables. And go out for more iron. Aluminum. The meteor showers, actually, with them turned up this high, actually might be a little OP, because I never get this much aluminum right at the get-go. Usually I'm waiting on aluminum. Give me that. Meteor must have fallen here. I'm gonna die again. Now, I can craft an oxygen container, and I probably should do that. If I wasn't being such a loot goblin right now. I should make it. Screen's gonna go black. No. There we go. And for the oxygen container, I believe I need cobalt, if I'm remembering correctly. And we'll just grab one cobalt. Now, as far as the YouTube video goes, I'm going to try to save every stream up on YouTube. I'm not 100% certain how if YouTube automatically uploads the stream, or saves the stream. So I am also recording this stream, so if my frame rate drops pretty bad or something, it's probably because I'm not only streaming, but I'm recording. Or my internet has died. I will probably keep a recording of... Where am I? Creating gas bubbles. I'll probably keep a recording of my streams just in case until they get uploaded to make sure that they actually do get uploaded. If you're wondering why I made the tables, it's just to store iron for a second. Right, start with titanium. Titanium, I don't know if I spelled that right. I definitely did not spell that right. Iron. Let's fix that. Titanium. Get rid of that U. There we go. It still doesn't look right. And then aluminum. Magnesium. Silicon. Cobalt. Aluminum. Let's get that oxygen. Oh, it's 2 cobalts. All right. Well, I know there's some nearby. I should have just gone out the back. Oxygen. There we go. So this is the main reason I was gathering all that iron, is so I can actually make storage for all this stuff and not have to go on a mission every time I need to craft something. I just gather it with me and bring it back. Titanium I have a spot for. Aluminum I have a spot for. Do me a favor and... No. Okay, oxygen goes to the back. Brain hurty. We're going to need a spot for food, oxygen, water, ice, So something new they added is the lovely icons for the crates to show you what's in them. Food seeds, oxygen seeds, food. And then that's it for right now, I think. I'm probably forgetting something. But now we need new message. We don't have the message thing. Iron. Let's just go out and gather a bunch of resources. Clear this area out of everything that it's got right now. So the main reason I picked this landing site is because the most boring part of this game is when you're changing bases and you have to swap everything over and you don't have drones to do it for you. Water. There's a fair bit of inventory management in this game as well, so if you don't like that, I wouldn't recommend this game. Although there is a mod that allows you to stack items. Right now I'm playing unmodded. 2 more. Let's see. So ice. I don't have any silver yet. Titanium. Don't have any iron. Don't have any aluminum. Food, O2, water. Magnesium I do have. Silicon I do have. And cobalt I do have. That one ice I'm going to need for more water, which I will place in there. Right. We're going to do this. Iron. Silicon. Cobalt. This screen tells you what your terraforming index is and the heat, oxygen, and pressure. I did that way out of order that you have. Then we have the blueprint screen, which is just an iron and a silicon. Which sits on this little table where you can, get rid of this, decode blueprint microchips and tells you what tier or how far you are with the next tier or whatever you're looking for. And then we need the electric screen, which is iron, silicon, what was that, magnesium? Magnesium. Not the most important screen because it'll tell you, you'll know when you're out of power, but we have 6 kilowatts out of the 8 that we've got, so we're good for right now. But we are going to be expanding. The next step is to get a tier 1 heater, which oh, that's, put that back. Stop it. Oh my God, we're having inventory or screen management issues. We're gonna come over here. We're just gonna put this over here, I think. Yeah, I don't know. We'll put it over by this hill. No, we're gonna need a flat location for this, so it's gonna go out the back. Put it like right up this hill. Okay. We'll get some food and then we'll go see if we can find ourselves some iridium. food. We're almost out of food. So the first place that I would look for iridium is in a cave that's over on that side of the map, which we don't have access to right now, I don't believe. So the second place I can get iridium is in these chests. It also has a chance to give me food. There's iridium. Uranium. I forgot about uranium and iridium. Did I get any food from that? Nope. No, I did not. We're going to be starving to death here pretty soon because we got one food left at the base. There was a chest over this way. I have the inventory slots for it. Well, we got some more seeds out of it, so it'll bring our TI up a bit further. Where was that? There it is. There actually might be some iridium out that way too. Seeds. We've got one of those blueprints, which is nice. As far as blueprints, the main one you really want to get is the Tier 2 deconstructor chip. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my oxygen. Nah, that's derp on me. Oh well, cobalt's not too hard to get. Once you get a miner of it, it's pretty much half the stuff you get anyway. You'll end up with a stockpile of it real soon. Because it's pretty much just used for making windows. Alright, so we're back at the base. We'll craft ourselves that. We have some iron, so I'm going to go ahead and not do that. Do this. That's going to bug me. Yeah. I didn't quite think this through. You know what? We're just going to snatch that back up. There was one more I was thinking, and I can't remember it now. No. That probably wasn't it, but it'll do for now. The titanium can go away. The uranium can go away. Right this second, the oxygen seeds can go away. What do we get? The most useless of the upgrades. Silicon, iron. We're almost out of iron again. We are out of silicon. Did I get uranium? I got a food. This is not the right building. This is the right building. Okay. And then we're going to collect some ice. What do I need? Ice, iron, and magnesium. I have 1 iron. How many seeds do I have? 4. I need 1 more ice, 3 more iron, 3 magnesium. Or 4 magnesium. Derp. Alright, we gotta go find some more iron. I see a chest off in the distance. Is there any iron down here? Nope, no iron. What you got? A lot of food. We need that. We're gonna leave the iridium, not the iridium, the cobalt. Yeah, we're gonna leave the rest of it for now, but we'll be back to that chest. We need 1 more iron. That chest would got me the iron, but I don't have the inventory space for it. Hello. And we're going to hold up in this little hole for a second. Pretty soon, probably my next run, I'm going to head off in that direction. Or maybe the cave, the giant cave there. And I keep losing my voice. I haven't talked this much in a while. I don't talk that much at night. The meteor shower? Nope, just orange sky. Right. I have the water, I have the ice, got the magnesium, and I got the iron. They need another iron. Still can go in here. Food can go away. I apologize for all the coughing. Clearing my throat and everything. Got some Petra. All right, let's see, iron and silicon. We have the silicon, we don't have the iron. Let's see if there's any down here. The nice thing about this game is as you terraform, the planet changes, the entire planet. And, except for some areas you warp to, or teleport to, but that's a different story for them, I think. They're more procedurally generated. But, yeah. It's very neat to watch this entire place fill up with water very slowly. Silicon. And then I will see what we need to focus on here in a second, if I can remember that the heating area is this one. We actually might hit 1,000 before I end the stream. Need to make some water. When you first start out having the ice and stuff in your, or the water and food in your inventory is kind of a it takes up too much room in your inventory. Oh, I had a water. Oops. But then as you get a bigger backpack, it doesn't much matter. I usually keep 1 food and 1 water on me. The food grower, I need oxygen. Lots and lots of oxygen. So I need seeds, which means I need to go to chests because that's the only way to get them right now. Later on, you can craft the lerma seeds, which is the worst seed. I think that's the only one you can craft. So I'm going to gather the materials for a little hut. And we're going to go explore that cave there, which should have some chests in it, I believe. This will be a giant lake here eventually. Come on, I just need 2 more iron. There's 1. There's 2. And then I'll build a little hut here inside the cave. I'm floating. Yeah, okay. We're going to build a hut here. This is not going to stay here. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't give you the resources back if you delete the whole thing. Let's go into the cave. And it gets brighter all of a sudden for no apparent reason. Blue sky, look at that. We completed the game. Doo-dee-doo. I figured there'd be a crate in here. There's something up top. Or is there a jetpack in here? That'd be nice. There's a crate. A bunch of T-poses. There we go. We got some crates. And a log. And a blue chip. Microchip. Okay. I'll let you read that. I'm not very good at reading aloud. I am going to smack this hut in here. It's not going to net me that many resources, but for now, until I clear out all these chests, it's going to serve as a temporary base. Fabric. I need fabric too. Oh, this is useful. I'll take that and that. T1, T1. Nice. That was smart of me. Drop the seed. Drop the light. Drop that. Put that on. Okay. Not a table. Chest. For now, I don't need the cobalt or these. Tutu? I have a tutu. Yeah. But they will be useful materials later when I can deconstruct them. I need the iron. I don't need the suit. There's something under my mouse. All right. So we're just going to leave these in the hut for now. I got 2 seeds out of that, which is nice. And we unlocked the tier 1 solar panel and 1000 KTI. Which I'm fine right now with the wind power because I haven't used up a whole lot of power, but at this stage of the game I'd probably already have a food grower if I was on if I was playing on normal mode or at the normal settings. I need 2 titanium. Now is when we begin to build our network of huts. Go from one safe spot to another, travel across the map. And for now, I'm thinking I'm going to go to the lava zone, which I believe is that direction. I'm not 100% certain. You know what? No, I'm just going to go back to base and drop off. I might use up my oxygen bottle here. That moon is the one I haven't been to yet. We survived. And we got the agility boots, which I already had. Why does cap locks always get turned on? For Luke. Alright, magnesium, silicon, I don't need cobalt, aluminum, iron, titanium, food seeds. 2 ice, 2 iron, was it magnesium? Yes. And then I need another iron that I don't have. Well, I could get rid of this table for now. Do I have water on me? Do I have water in the bin? There we go. We have expanded the line. I miss my drones already. Drone and auto miners make this game so much quicker. You can build massive structures. think there was a chest out this way, if I remember right, too. If there is, I already picked it up. Yeah. Search over here, maybe. Not seeing one. Maybe we can get down here yet? Oh, I can. Might be worth going down there for chests. I had the materials to build a safety hut, so... Yeah, let's do it. It's gonna be kind of dark, I think, with my little torch. A little popping in there. Let's build this here. It's gonna be hard to spot any chests down here, though. Is that one? Yep. We got some more flower seeds. Oh, water. Just pick up an ice while I'm down here if I can find one. I don't really want to leave an empty chest here, but I will. Jump higher. All right, back to base. Do I have inventory slot? Nope. No spot for ice, but I have water. Probably call the stream when we hit 2000 KTI. Or not 2000 KTI, 2 KTI. Oh, hiccups. All right, we need ice. I'll go out and gather some ice. Oh, there's a crate there. Let's head over and get it. Oh my god, I just realized you guys haven't been hearing any audio this entire time from the game. Right, things to note in the future. Definitely be sure to not mess up the stream settings. Or double check all the stream settings. The first stream, kind of a failure. Definitely a failure. The next stream, maybe not so much. I'll have to check on the audio side, or the YouTube side, to see if there were any issues along the way as far as my internet connection goes. Magnesium. I do apologize. It's just been dead quiet with me not talking or whatnot. I don't remember why I had it silenced in the first place. I think I was testing out the settings. Oh, each of these seeds has a different value, by the way. The Sangas are 150% oxygen multiplier, and the Sneepy 200%, with the lower not having any. And then we have this one, which is 200% also Pestra. Alright, time to go check our percentage. Not percentage, our unlocks. We are still quite the ways away from having food growers. And probably even further away from having water collectors. Yeah. So we're gonna need a lot more food growers. And a lot more water. Are we close to having the tier 2 biodome? No, we need heat for that. So my next venture is going to be over to the volcano region, I believe. We'll collect some iridium, expand our heat. Then we can upgrade our veggie tubes to produce more oxygen. We'll grab the materials we need to build a hut on the way. I got the silicon already. I did. My brain is the size of a freaking peanut. It's just going to keep getting smaller and smaller every time I reference it. I see an iron there, and I see an iron here. Three iron, 2 titanium, 1 silicon. I'll hide in this hut. Don't need the cobalt. Now I believe this is the way to the volcano. It's been a while, so I could be wrong. To watch if you blocked by a frozen sector too, or a glacier. I see a crate. Ooh, can we do that crate? I don't need the cobalt. Actually, you know, I'm just gonna do this. By gold. And we don't currently need that titanium either. Oh, the blue goblin of me is saying don't do this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll fill up with iron along the way back. Pretty much as long as you're increasing your terraforming index, you're good in this game. Just focus on what you need for now to survive, which is right now food and water. For food, I need to get my oxygen up. For water, I need to get my just general terraforming index up. I'm gonna grab some because I'm gonna need that for the heater. Do I have food on me? Ooh. I'll probably have to bring out water with me this time too, because my food is crap. Or water is crap, hydration. Let's go in here for a second. That down. I'm actually gonna expand this by 1 too. I got the resources on me. Right. Quickly dump everything. Titanium. We're actually full up on titanium, so titanium can stay. I need more magnesium. Food can go. Magnesium. What are you? I see 2, 3. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of it while I'm out. Meteors coming in? No, just a storm. 2 iron, 2 ice, 1 water, some magnesium. There we go. There's a lot of walking around in this game. There is a car in this game. It is slower at first. It speeds up to be the fastest mode of transportation, but it takes quite a bit to get there. And usually by then you have teleporters unlocked anyway, so it's up to you if you want to use it. I'm going to put a little hut right here in the center of this. And go gather some oxygen. Oxygen? Hmm. You can tell I've had a long night. Have enough iron? You know, I'm trying to grab another iron. Can never have too much iron, especially in the early game. I think that's right. Yeah. Right. That way leads to the beach, this way leads to the lava. And our goal here is to collect as much iridium as possible. We're gonna put this down here. Don't know if there's any in this cave. There is. Look at that. Gotta be careful while going down these holes because I don't know if I'll be able to get back out without a jetpack. Sounds like there's meteors above. Oh, normally when there's meteors, by the way, the screen will be shaking all over the place, but I have that turned off because it's really hard to build at the same time as the meteors. I need to go back to the hut. Oxygen low. Alright, if we just collect 4 more iridium, and then we're good to go. Back to the base, build a bunch of heaters, get the T-tube, veggie tube unlocked. And I'll probably call it after that. Maybe. Not getting the food growers today, definitely. I am lost. I am not lost. I'm found. Alright, so for each iridium, I need an iron and a silicon. We're gonna need more silicon, and we're probably gonna need more iron. And we're probably gonna need more power by the end of this. Tier 3 backpack. Awesome. Once I get these placed down, that'll be my next go-to. Let me place this there. No. Need to go out on a silicon hunt next. Meteors. There we go, T2 veggie tube. Let me upgrade my backpack and then place all my veggie tubes with the T2 version, and then I will probably call the stream. T2 drill, too. 2 aluminum. 1 titanium. 1 silicon. Much bigger. Right. Veggie tube T2. They require silicon and 2 ice. I only have 1 ice, so we need to call it for an ice hunt again. Huh. Need aluminum, there's iron. I'm gonna need that. Oh, I'm gonna die. Eh. There's an aluminum, look at that. Alright, let's see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Probably don't have that much ice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I do have that much ice. I don't have that much silicon. And I almost certainly do not have that much power. Let's start with you. 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 You and you. Alright, next stream we'll have the food grower, which would be nice. I'm too silicon short. Goes the power. Oh, I missed one. But okay, you're gonna be annoying and stick out by one. That's fine. I'll get some food and then we'll deal with my power situation. Alright, so we're gonna be upgrading the solar panels, which require not just the iron, but 2 cobalt and 1 silicon. What's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need 4 silicon. Oh, okay. Our power's back online. Alrighty. With that, you see I've died once. I ran out of power once. Gotten quite a few things done. We got up to 3.68 KTI. Actually, we're just gonna say about 4 KTI, which is not nearly enough for the food growers, but we're about 1% of the way there to the food growers. Or 10%. 10% of the way to the food growers, which isn't bad. And with the upgraded veggie tube, we go from 0.3 or yeah 0.03% or oxygen per second to 24 or 0.2, which is a mega boost. Next time we'll be upgrading our drills.